All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming back, everyone. Emmanuel, did you film a video and upload it too? I got Wendell's already. You got one?
Yes.
All right, I promised you I'd do
Yes,
it.
I
So
got four.
four. Send me them in the chat for
I'm
me. Just
gonna.
send me one in the chat, and I'll open the rest.
Yes.
Cool. And
Okay, they are
Wendell.
unlisted. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, share them with me. Let me just see if I can open them.
Yeah.
And Wendell, what was your business account name again?
Nubivigant.
Say it again.
Nubivigant. Nubivigant.
And you. Okay. See you right here, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. I would turn these off, by the way, these campaigns, if they're not bringing you anything. Or are you just not tracking anything?
Yeah, I haven't gotten any phone calls or any emails yet from it.
And this is smart. This is why I don't like smart campaigns. So look, this is the manual one that we made, 2.43% interaction rate. This one's a 1.09. It's the one that Google made by itself. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So everyone with me here? Everyone on the same page? They can see my screen, everything like that. Let me open this chat real quick. I don't know where the chat is not opening up. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this chat up while we get this going so that I can pull these videos for everyone. See, maybe it's like behind my windows. Yep. Okay, cool. Got it, Emmanuel. This is yours.
Yep.
All right, cool. So this is what you got, Wendell, right? This is your ad?
Yep.
All right, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're basically gonna build a YouTube campaign together. We're gonna try to target roofers essentially through these ads. Now, has anyone here targeted people through Facebook, like to acquire clients, like for yourself? Has anyone here ran their own ads? Okay, who do you guys target usually? How do you target them? Like, what's your way of targeting your business owners?
You set them list upload.
Okay, cool. So you guys have lists. A lot of you guys have lists of your potential customers.
Yeah, lists
Okay, cool.
and video views. That's where I'm going, and then segment the videos.
Okay, and has anyone had success with their list that they've been using? Yeah.
It could be better, right? If you see the price, yes, they could be much better. So.
Okay, cool. So just a note, you can use the same list here on Google as well. So you can actually create an audience. You can upload a list. I would highly recommend that. So after we go through this call, I'm not going to focus on that because that's something you guys can just do on your own. Same as Facebook, and then you just select that audience. Today, we're going to build the actual campaign. I'm going to show you different really cool strategies that you can use to build it. And then I want you guys to kind of go back and do it on your own. Something important I've been seeing in the group. I have been seeing a lot of people who are like, I'm not tracking my conversions. I'm just tracking clicks and things like that. Please, it's very simple to track conversions. If you're having issues, like look into it. If you really can't solve it, please ask me at the end of this call. We'll go through your account and we'll set up the conversion tracking properly. But all this is useless if we cannot track the conversions. Okay, so everything else is just a vanity metric. Click-through rates, clicks, cost per click, video views, all these things are just vanity metrics if we don't know how much it's costing us per lead. So please, let's make sure we get that nice and tight. So for now, this is basically the home screen on campaigns. I'm gonna move a little bit faster now that I'm like more conscious of the fact that people are watching recordings and we can go back. I'm not gonna, go too slow. Usually I've been going slow just to kind of make sure everyone's on the same page and stuff like that. But I think if I move faster and then allow more times for questions, I think everyone here will benefit more. So we're going to make a campaign, new campaign. You all already kind of know how to do this so far. Objective is going to be leads for you guys since we're going to target people to actually have them fill out a form. Video, this is basically YouTube. So we're just going to click this right here and continue. I'm going to name it. I always date things personally, so just gives me an idea of when it was made. Okay. Maximize conversions. That's where we're going to go for to start. Daily budget. I'm just going to throw a number up here. Wendell, $20 good with you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool, $20. All right. End date. We're just going to set no end date here. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of go through the settings for you guys. So here, this is pretty standard. You're not going to change anything here. Annette, I see you have a question. Just if you can, just type it in the chat, and then I'll make sure once I'm done kind of explaining everything that I'll go back and revisit the question. So networks, I'm not going to not check anything off here. There's only two options. YouTube videos, this is standard. Everyone knows what this is. Video partners on display network. This is sites that Google rents out traffic to, essentially, where you can go, I don't know, if you've like watched a random article or a video on a random website and an ad pops up, that's video partners on display network. That's the best way to explain it. I don't check this off because it's dirt cheap. And a lot of times leads come from this, and the button is sometimes bigger than it is on YouTube. So I leave this open. And that for the ad spend, what's good ad spend? That's a very vague question. Honestly, it's going to depend on, who you're targeting and things like that, and how many leads you're trying to generate. So I would start with the lower budget just so you're not burning money. Once you figure out what the cost per lead is, and from there you can determine how many leads you want per day. Our agency, we have 3 sales guys. We spend $300 a day on ads, and between that and organic, they have plenty of leads. So you don't need to go too crazy. If you're one person by yourself, $50 to $100 a day should bring you a few good sales a month at least. So locations to target. So here's important. If you're targeting like local, you obviously want to change that to whatever it is. You just do advanced like we did last time, and then you can select radiuses. You can select like actual locations and states. You cool with the United States, Wendell?
Yep, that's fine.
Well, it doesn't matter for you, right? Because you're just targeting everyone. I put language as English. This is important. All languages. Dude, we're in the US. There's some people that are Chinese, some people that watch YouTube in Spanish, like Arabic. Let me just make my life easier. I'm just going to put English. And then this is a pretty important thing here. So inventory type. YouTube basically categorizes each video by like ratings, kind of like in video games and in movies. Like this is rated R, this is rated M. It categorizes videos in that same manner. So let's just call it expanded inventory is rated R, okay? Standard inventory is like PG-13, and limited inventory is like PG, okay? So you're limiting where your video can be shown, essentially. Does that make sense to everyone? So you're picking categories. You guys, some of you look confused, so just tell me if you're confused. So expanded means every video. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's on YouTube, I'll run an ad on it. Standard means like I'm not going to run on videos that show like violence or things that are adult related content. You know what I mean? And then limited inventories, I'm basically running it to like children, like not that extreme, but like this is a very clean channel. There's not really a lot of cussing on it, things like that. Does that make sense to everyone? I never kind of go this far. This is a little intense for me. I always stay between these two. Okay. Honestly, if you're targeting roofers, like I go expanded. Like some of these, I mean, I know these guys are like all hardcore guys from what I know from roofers. Like most of these guys are pretty hardcore. They'll watch crazy military videos and all this other junk and people swearing left and right and hardcore rock music. And so I'm not going to remove myself from those categories. Excluded type labels. I honestly don't really touch this much. I don't think I've ever touched this. I look at it every time and I'm like, why would I touch this? And I leave. But like pretty standard, you can exclude certain videos like live streams. You can exclude yourselves from those ads. I would never do that ever, because live streams are the most engaged people. They're sitting there for 5 hours watching something. You know what I mean? Like those are the people you want to run ads to. And then kind of like up top, you can then also exclude certain things based on how they're labeled by YouTube. So like, is it a mature audience? Is it teen? Things like that. I just don't touch this. Okay. The less buttons you press, the better off you are. That's what I've learned from this game here. Okay. Additional settings. There's nothing really you need to touch here. I'm just going to go over them for you guys so you're aware of them. Okay. Conversions. I always leave account level conversions. This means like whatever conversions are in the account, that's what it's going to try to target. So if you have lead conversions, if you have call conversions, it's automatically going to try to find those things. Devices, this is pretty standard. You can select what devices you do not and do want them to be on. Personally, I take off TV screens. Does anyone know why I take off TV screens?
Because they can't click the link, or
They can't click the link. That's right. So if you can't click the link and fill out a form, I don't really care about you. So I turn that off right here. Okay. Frequency capping. This is just basically capping how many times someone can see a video. I never touch this button. I want someone to see it 100 times. I don't care as long as they end up applying. So sometimes, you know, when someone sees something 10 times, they feel like everyone else sees it 10 times and they feel like you're just a massive celebrity. So I think it's very important, especially just from an overall strategy, guys, whether you do this on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram or any other platform, when you're advertising yourself, you want to try to find a small pocket of people and advertise as much as possible to the same people over and over and over and over again. It's going to cost you the same to advertise to 100,000 people 10 times as it is to 1 million people one time. And so those 100,000 people who see your stuff 10 times will think you are a celebrity of some sort, because us as humans like to think that everyone does what we do. And when someone sees the same video 100 times, they like to think that everyone else that they know has seen the same video 100 times. I'm sure all the time in your life, someone's like, "Oh, I'm sure you know who this guy is. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen him everywhere." And then you're like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I mean? So that's the perception that you give off. And so like, even in us in the industries that we operate in as an agency, we actually get so much business just because people are like, I'm tired. I'm literally tired of seeing this guy, or I've seen you guys 30 times at this point and I just figured I'd apply. So that's why I don't frequency cap everything ever when I'm running it for myself as an agency, because I'm just making myself more popular over time. You get what I'm saying? It's how Billie Jean got big. It's how Ty Lopez got big. All these big names that you guys know in the industry. It's literally no frequency cap. Run as much money as you can, get as many applications as you can, and the most views, and that's it. Ad schedule. This is for you guys not important. For clients that really suck at calling people, same as in Google, we want to only schedule on days where they can pick up the phone. But for you guys, they're submitting a lead. I never cap this. What I've noticed is the people that come at night are the best leads, and the people that come on weekends are the best leads. Just plain and simple. When I wake up and there's a lead that came in at 2:45 in the morning, you bet he's getting closed that day. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no one on their phone at 2:45 in the morning watching a YouTube video of you standing on a rooftop and filling out a form, and he's not interested. You know what I mean?
gotcha.
So you got better things to do, like sleep. So I don't ever check this off. It's for me. If it's for a client, I do. This is important. So I actually click standard on ad group type. Here's the differences between two. And sorry if I'm moving a little fast for you guys. I want to be as detailed as possible, but also cover everything because there's so many buttons to press. And it's important for you guys on this call. One call a week is not going to change your entire life, but you understanding every little bit is what is, because then you can start thinking outside the box. I think the most important part of all these softwares, Facebook and Google and YouTube, is understanding everything that you can do with it, because then you can start thinking for yourself and you don't need to seek the answers as long as you know what are the possibilities. So today I'm going to really focus on the possibilities of YouTube so that you can understand how crazy deep you can get. And so when you leave this call, you start thinking on your own, oh, I can target this way. I never thought of that. Maybe if I do X, Y, Z, I can get some really good business. So that's the purpose of this. Okay. So standard versus responsive, very simple. Standard is the skippable ads where you click skip on. Responsive is a cluster of everything. So YouTube has some ads that are 15 seconds that you can't skip. Okay. It has some ads that are, 20 minutes long that you can skip. So there's just a range. There's 5-second bumpers. There's 15-second bumpers. When you do responsive, I'll tell you why you don't do responsive. Have you ever watched an ad on Facebook or on YouTube? I'm sure everyone here has, where the ad's actually like a minute long, but it cuts off at like 10 seconds and then the video continues again. Have you ever seen that? You're watching a video, an ad comes on, and the dude is like literally in mid-sentence and it just ends and then back to the video. It happens all the time on Facebook, especially when you're like watching a video on Facebook. An ad pops up. It's like a 5-second ad, but really it's like a minute-long ad. The dude's like introing the ad and then the ad ends. You know what I mean? So that's what responsive is. Responsive is no matter what the length of your video is, we're going to basically take a combination of all these placements and put them in there. You just want standard because your videos are not 10 seconds long. They're going to be 30 seconds. They're going to be a minute, 2 minutes. So you want it to be standard. You always want them to choose to skip, not just have YouTube end your video on its own. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So once we've gotten to this point, now we're basically customizing our actual audiences, okay? So there's two different things that you're going to customize, and it's going to be people and content, okay? It's basically split into two categories, okay? So people is going to be the actual kinds of people, the demographics, what they're doing, things like that. The content is where we can get really detailed in regards to our targeting. So that's where I'm going to spend most of my time on today, okay? For this, pretty standard. You can see the demographics here. I'm going to assume, Wendell, that it's going to be male.
Okay.
Probably over, I mean, you guide me, work with me here. But I assume it's probably going to be somewhere in this range, 25 to 64, male.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Right. Parent, not a parent, it doesn't really matter. Household income, I'm going to remove lower 50 and unknown, okay? Just top 50% household income. Roofers make some good money. You know, if they're doing any sort of jobs, even once or twice a month, they're in the top 50% of the US.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Audiences, this is where we can get pretty deep. So here's what we can do. Remember, I don't know if you remember from my last topic, but you can remarket here. So this is where if you have any remarketing audiences, which we don't have in your account, you can click here. Okay. Similar audience. You see where it says similar audience right here, guys? Let me zoom in actually too. Similar audience. This is a lookalike audience on Facebook. Does anyone, you guys are familiar with lookalike audiences? Okay, cool. So when you upload your list in Google, I'm not going to go over it today because I don't think we're going to have time to, but I think you can watch a video for like 3 minutes and figure it out. When you upload your list to Google, you can make a similar audience off it, which is a lookalike. Okay, so when you want to go click those, you can just come here and select it. You'll just have a checkbox list and you pick which ones you want to include. Keep it super easy. Same for custom audiences. They're all going to fall in the same category. Okay. In market or life events, these are people that are shopping for specific things. So people that are in market for specific things. Okay. So business services. Let's see if there's any advertising and marketing services. That'd probably be a good one to check off. You get what I'm saying? And then you can go down the list and find all the ones that work. This for your clients will be a lot more options than for you. Okay. I personally, like I said, I try not to check off all these boxes because you check off advertising and marketing and your targeting's a little bit off, then it's going to find business owners who are just looking for advertising and marketing services, which is great, but you only do roofing. So what's the purpose of that? Okay. So I personally, as of now, I don't touch this, but I want to kind of show you guys what you can do. So these are people that are actively in market searching. Remember, Google and YouTube are the two biggest search engines in the world, and they're both running data to the same place. Okay. So detailed demographics, this is kind of where I would start. Parental status, marital, education. These are things we don't really care for. Employment status, industry. Would you say like this would fall under the construction industry?
Yeah.
I would put this under here. If I'd like for Emmanuel, I would pick healthcare industry. You know what I mean? You would want people who are strictly like actually doctors of some sort. You know what I mean? Even though a dentist is just one person in that category, we're at least narrowing it down as we go down the list. Okay. So I'm just going to put construction as one. And then here, audience expansion, I uncheck this. Okay. It's just going to add its own interests. It's going to add its own demographics. It's going to figure out whatever gets me the cheapest cost per lead. That doesn't mean it's going to be a good lead. Okay. And then here is where it gets really good. Okay. You can find people's interest here. It's called affinity. Okay. Like things that they normally like to do. These are normal subjects that they like to look at and read about and things like that. But what I do is I go to custom audiences and I make a new custom audience. Check this out. This is where it gets really juicy. I'm going to call it roof marketing interests. Okay. And people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, or people who search for any of these terms on Google. I'm clicking that one. And what it does is YouTube takes all the data from anyone searching on Google or on YouTube over the last 21 days, okay, so 3 weeks time, that search any of these keywords and they show your video to them. So who do you think wins in a fight here? The guy who runs a search campaign And I see Emmanuel is smiling over there. He's thinking, I think his head's churning. So who do you think wins here? The guy, let's use Emmanuel as an example. The dentist who searches dentist leads or dentist marketing and goes to one guy's website and submits a form, or who wins, that guy's website or the guy who shows him a video 15 times over the next 3 weeks talking to him? You get what I'm saying? The guy that shows him the video 15 times spent 40 cents doing that. The other guy who spent $15 on that click only got him to fill out a form. Whereas this guy now has seen Emmanuel 15 times, for example, over the next 3 weeks. When he submits that form, Emmanuel knows it, and the guy doesn't know that Emmanuel does, but Emmanuel knows this guy's seen my shit for a while. When he submits that lead, Emmanuel knows he's a hot lead. He knows he's talking to him, and the guy's looking at Emmanuel and thinking, damn, every other dentist has probably seen this guy like 30 times. You get what I'm saying? So it creates like a FOMO mindset in people's heads. Whereas search is like, it could be anything. It's just a website. I'm filling out a form. I always do this. So just to give you a little bit different perspective. So roofing leads, and then look at this. Right down the list. Like Google's just too nice to us. Lead roofing specialist near me. Roofing lead generation. Leads for roofing contractors. Roofing leads near me. Lead roofers. No, roofing leads company. Best way to get roofing leads. Roof repair leads, roof replacement leads, roofing leads prices, how to get roofing leads, residential roofing leads, roofing lead services. You get what I'm saying? It's just too easy. And now anyone, dude, in the entire United States, like no one is searching these terms except roofers. You know what I mean? Ain't no mom and dad who want the roof fix gonna search roof repair leads. You know what I mean? So where to get roofing leads, you know what I mean? I think you get the idea here. So this is a pretty good basis. Look at this, weekly impressions of people who search this. You have over 50 to 100 million impressions that you can buy YouTube search traffic on. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it. Someone searching, here's the consumer buyer, the buyer process, okay? I'm a roofer. One day I'm pissed. I get on my phone, I click, I don't know if you guys have this on your phones, you guys don't have Androids, but little Google search bar right here, okay? I type in roofing lead company, and then I read a couple articles. I don't submit a form. I don't do anything. I put my phone away. I'm now at dinner with my wife, and then I go home, and then I'm over the next 3 weeks. Think about how many YouTube videos this guy watches. That's what this number is right here. You get what I'm saying? So the collective of everyone in the US in the last 3-week period who has searched any of these phrases watches this many YouTube videos combined as a whole over the next 3-week period. And you have the option to absolutely dominate them all. Okay. So you can see here, 56% is male. It literally gives you an exact breakdown of what their age demographics are. So we've excluded the younger ones, right? We don't want them because they probably can't afford it. But 25 and up, we were right. Majority is male. We're trying to avoid the females. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're sitting here and looking at this data, I would say we might want to include females. Maybe the secretaries of the businesses, maybe the the receptionists and things like that are searching these terms. And if you can be the person who's on the video to these girls at the front desk, they're going to go tell the boss, hey, I've seen this guy like 15 times. I filled out a form. I talked to him. He seems like a pretty good guy. I think you should check him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that we're looking at the data and seeing like, hey, look how many people actually search, then we're able to do that. Okay. So check this out. Let me show you a couple options. I don't know if you guys see the blue text down here. People who browse types of websites, people who use types of apps, and people who visited certain places. You can literally take competitor websites. I'm about to fucking blow you guys' minds off. You can literally take competitors' websites. Okay. So take every other roofing lead company you can possibly find, spend a whole day just typing up an Excel file of them and enter all their websites on here. And Google has a tracking code on all of them. So you're retargeting other people's traffic for nothing, for 0.02 cents a view. Like you can't do this shit on Facebook. Do you understand the power of this? And use this because Google's taking it away soon. So use this as quickly as possible. They actually announced today, they sent an email out. They're like, we're going to be removing this feature in the future because, a lot of data issues are going on, you know what I mean, with the government and stuff. But like, use this ASAP, guys. So that's really the only one I use out of these two. People who use types of apps or visited certain places. This will be valuable, obviously, if like you're targeting specific locations or people who visited those kind of things. Like I want to target people who visit museums or something like that. But for you guys, it's not going to be an issue. Jason, I hope you're listening here. You already know the idea, right? Like what you're going to do with this.
Yes.
Yeah, get every dumpster website, all those sites we went through, the ones that
Absolutely.
you hate, affordable dumpster, whatever it is.
Yeah. Put all their actual full web URL goes in there, right?
You better throw them all in here, dude.
Yeah.
Because every time someone goes to any of these sites, they're seeing Jason. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Even
it makes,
competing agencies, Eddie.
dude, even competing agencies, homie. As long as they're smart enough to put a Google code on their website, Google knows that people visit it. And that's why it's in a little blue text, 3 menus deep. You know what I mean? That's why it's in here, because this is some pretty messed up stuff right here, but we can use it. So save audience. So I saved, I called it roof marketing interests. So you can always click it now. It's always going to be in your custom audience tab. Keeps it super simple. I'm going to go back up here and check off female. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Let me zoom out because it's getting a little crowded. Okay. Is everyone on the same page so far? Does anyone have any questions at this point of anything that I've discussed? No? Cool. Awesome. Everyone cool? Is this helpful? Is this like some valuable info? I need some feedback because I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. All right. Cool. So that's it for the audience tab. I'm not going to touch this anymore today. I think we've done enough damage. This is where it gets even more exciting. So just like you can go and target specific websites, you can target specific videos. Okay. So under placements here on content, you can literally pick YouTube videos and you can add them, like the link to the exact video you want to run ads on. You can run ads to channels instead of video. So if you have a channel that you know is like a really good guy on giving roofer content, go here, put his channel URL right here. Yeah, I see Drew's like, no way they're allowing us to do this kind of shit. Yes way, bro. Yes way. I'm telling you, my brother's a Fortnite celebrity. You know what I did? I got him a list of every big Fortniter and I ran every ad to all his channels, and now he's like top 0.001% of Twitch. And that's how I did it. I went in, I found every big dog, and I literally just ran ads on their channels all day long. Check out my highlights. Look what I do. Boom. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you guys can do enough digging in your space and find the dentists that are putting out the best content for other dentists. Okay. Don't think marketing agencies, think dentists. Drew, same with you. Wendell, same. Roofers. Find roofers that are putting out really good roofing content, talking to other roofers, and nail those people down. You know what I mean? Think about an audience wide enough where you're just targeting people in the construction industry, right? That's it. Who also watch these videos, and put every channel, every video, everything you can possibly do, and own that audience, bro. Let them work hard to earn the organic views and pay 3 cents every time you want to just take over their video. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you can start thinking on a deeper level. Can I make one video that's just targeting these people going to this channel? You know, it's a huge channel, you know, John's roofing tips, you know what I mean? Then, hey, I know you're about to watch a video from John's roofing tips. Just want to let you know before you jump in, we've cracked the code to getting leads for roofing, and I'm gonna show you how. Just give me a couple seconds. You know what I mean? Oh, bro, I'm sitting down. I'm waiting. Yeah, let me. That's why I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? You can give me a shortcut. So you can do a lot of damage when it comes to actually selecting placements here between channels and videos. So I want you guys to like really think creatively. Like, so 4 strategies so far that are outside the box that you can't do on any other platform. Target keywords over the next 3 weeks. That's probably the most important one. Okay. Targeting people's other websites. Who am I kidding? They're all equally as important. Targeting other websites, targeting other YouTube channels, and targeting other YouTube videos. Okay. Is everyone on the same page? Any questions? Anything you guys are like, can I do this? Can I do that? Does anyone have anything or no? Nope. Okay.
I just hope your video is available ASAP as soon as you're done with this so I can get right to it.
You don't need the video, bro. You know where it's at right now. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you're
true
here. Yeah, you're good. Just go down the list and click the next thing every time.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll go back here. Placements. I'll close that. Let me actually go through the other options. Nothing crazy. App categories. You'll never use these, in my opinion. Advertising to people who like use certain apps, I don't think really has much effect for you guys. But you know, you can target people who use dating apps like Tinder and all these other sites too. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. But I don't think you guys are going to really be in this category too much.
Well, there are certain apps that I know contractors use. So maybe I'm sorry, I'm thinking a lot. I'll probably have to go.
Yeah, I mean, go here and type in the link to the app and
Gotcha.
see if Google can give you any data on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, like I know Facebook and Instagram has a lot of data, but like you guys have no idea the level Google is on. You know what I mean? Google's been around for what, like 20 years?
Yeah.
Like Google knows my whole life, dude. Google always my wife. Google probably knows more than my wife does. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm serious. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, who are we kidding here? So, like, just keep that in mind. And if your ads don't work the first time, like, don't stop trying, because this is the best data in the whole entire world. I don't care what anyone says. Like, they know everything about everything. They have access to your Gmail inbox. They have access to everything that you search, every YouTube video that you watch, every account that you're connected to, everything, your Google Calendar. It's all through this company, guys. Like, Facebook is cool, but it's like you're swiping and they're telling you what to look for. Google, you are telling it what you want. It's a huge difference in data. You get what I'm saying? So don't underestimate how accurate these data points are. Okay. Keywords, this is cool. So kind of like what we just did, you can do based on certain keywords. And remember, let me just re-clarify this before it gets confusing. Okay, so there's people and content. Okay, there's two categories. So people is going to be people who are searching for specific content, right? So when we put all the keywords there, it's people who are searching for these things. Content is content that is relevant to these keywords. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
So instead of, if you don't have the energy to find YouTube channels and get super specific, what'd you say, Emmanuel? Emmanuel?
I say, is it like Facebook? Do they layer on top of each other?
Yes, they all layer.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the end, it should show us like, here's all the things that you've selected kind of thing. But you can just go down this list and it'll just highlight it for you. You know, you've selected this, you've selected this. They layer on top of each other. So that's why I say don't press too many buttons and just trust YouTube to do it. I'm just kind of showing you the options. So people is who's searching these keywords. Content is content related to these keywords. So if I say, you know, roofing lead generation, and I put that in here as a keyword, it's going to only place my stuff on videos that have relevance to this keyword. You get what I'm saying? So if you want, you can pick, do I want to focus more on the people searching? Do I want to focus more on the content and what people are trying to find it for? You get what I'm saying? So there's two different sides to the equation, you know? Google has both data, obviously. So I usually do one or the other. Don't get too defined until your budgets get bigger where you can like test and define things on another level. Don't do it. I'm not going to name who, but I've been on big marketers' YouTube accounts. They spend $400,000 or $500,000 on generating their own leads every single month. And I'll tell you, the way they get down to it on a really macro level is they have one audience for each website that they're trying to target. So, you know what I mean? If I want to target other marketers, I'll find Ty Lopez's website, I'll make it one audience. And then I'll make another audience with Billie Jean's website. And then, you know, another one with Gary Vee's website. And that's how they're spending tons of money at the same time on a big scale. For you guys, I don't want you to think like that. Just trust Google to do a good job. Okay. Google needs like 3 or 4 days to kind of figure itself out. Okay. It's not like Facebook. It's actually the exact opposite. Okay. Facebook results start here. Actually, I think you guys are inverted. Results start here. They go down, right? Ad burns out, it goes down. Google's the opposite. Google starts here. It doesn't know what it's doing. You're giving it all these options to target. Slowly, it targets better, targets better, targets better, targets better. And then you can just turn on the budget and you're good. It's not gonna, there's no ad fatigue. There's no, oh my God, we've showed the same people the same things a million times. Like, it doesn't work like that. Facebook finds the quick leads quick. So you get this high and you're like, yeah, let me spend more money. And then you're like, holy shit, I lost so much money. Google's the opposite. Google's like, give it a few days to learn. You know, all the time our team on the e-commerce side, we're like, why is the Google performance low? We're like, we just launched these campaigns. 2 days later, 3 days later, you know, it goes from like a 1 times return on ad spend to like 6 times return. So just give it time to find what works and what doesn't. Okay.
So Eddie, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying Facebook is like bananas and Google is like wine. Gets
That's a
better over
good-
time.
That's a good point. That's a good point to put it. You got to always find new bananas or they're going bad. You know what I mean? With Google, if you got a good corkscrew to keep it sealed, that wine bottle's lasting for a long time. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Cool. So that being said, we've kind of covered everything. Again, topics, it's the same to keyword. This is content that are around certain topics. So if you want things around auto or vehicles, let's just see if there's one here for home and garden. Oops. HVAC, home and interior, home appliances, home improvement, roofing. Look at that. I'm totally selecting this. Cool. So here's what we have so far. So we have people who are searching for specific roofing interest. I'm gonna actually remove people who are in the construction industry just in case it narrows it
Okay.
too far. Okay. Roofing
Mhm.
market interests. Okay. Who also are watching videos on topics about roofing. I think it's a
Gotcha.
I think we're in a pretty good spot here. 10K impressions is what we're expected to get on a weekly basis. I think that's all you need for your budget. Okay.
Absolutely.
If you feel like it's not delivering, I want you to come back here and I want you to remove topic of roofing out. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Yep.
Okay. And then literally this is why I love YouTube ads so much. You don't have to sit here coming up with descriptions and headlines and all this stuff. You take the link and you paste it. And our ad is done. Literally you have like one headline with 15 letters and that's all you have to do. Cool.
Gotcha.
So
Yep.
where are we going to send them to? Where's the link?
I'm still working on the landing page, honestly.
Okay, so give me like a fake one right now that I can just submit it on and then you can come back and change it.
Do nubivigantmedia.com.
Spell it for me again. I know it's up
Oh,
here.
NUBIVAGANT.
Media.com.
Yeah, it's ANT, not CE. Yeah, NT. Yep.
Like this.
Yep.
Cool. And then display URL. I'll just leave it like this. Call to action. I mean, you could always do the basic ones, learn more, or apply now. I like apply now because it gives you authority.
Yeah.
Like someone's like, okay, I could not qualify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something I do if you're going to refilm this video,
Mhm.
and I want you to refilm it. You can do this, which is totally cool. As you can tell, it'll still run it as an ad, and it'll actually take up a pretty good bit of the screen. But
Mhm.
like on desktop, it just doesn't look as organic as it would wide. So either or
Yeah.
works. I've seen a lot of success in YouTube ads where I film them like square and they get a lot of really good results. I don't know if you've ever seen a square YouTube ad on your phone, but it like opens up like most of the phone. It's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll do that with a story ad. I think it'll condense it a little bit for you.
Mhm.
But refilm it, higher energy, and I want you to make it feel a little bit more exclusive. Like I want you to say, you know, we work exclusively with roofers in certain areas. If your area qualifies for our program, we'll let you know and we'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible, kind of thing. So that now that apply now makes sense to them and they're like, they feel like there's a chance they apply and someone else is already working with you or the area just doesn't work out. And so they're hoping when they apply that it actually works out for you. Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool. Headline.
Uh,
Um, this is the hardest part. Like I told you in the last video, the hardest part on Google is just fitting things in 15 characters.
Yeah.
It's really impossible. For now, I just do it like this, as simple as it sounds. Sometimes you just want to get the point across. You know what I mean? If someone's watching, if our targeting's on point, everything's good, and they open the video and before you say anything, it says roofing leads.
Yeah, they know
They
what's
have an
up.
idea. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have an idea what's going on here. And if they are your target market, then they should listen for 24 seconds because it says it on the video. I don't think that's too hard.
Gotcha.
So this is cool. There's a banner on YouTube. Let me actually see if it'll show me it here. It's not going to show me it here. I don't know if you've ever seen an ad on YouTube, but like on the top right, after the ad's done, there's like a banner. And
Yeah.
it still talks about your brand and your company. So what you guys can do, this is like a pro tip. Go here under banner, okay, and you can just click upload image, and it'll tell you how big to upload it. Okay, what I would do, and first of all, you want to put a face on your channel. Just put a profile picture here. You see how
Yeah.
there's no profile picture. What I would do, have you guys heard of Canva? I'm sure you guys have.
Yeah.
Canva. Okay, I'll just literally go here, just to tell you how to make it easy. Custom size. I go back to Google. Oh, it tells me 30 by 60, 300 by 60. I go 360, create design. You know what I mean? And I'll literally make a design. I can use these designs here, do whatever you need to, whatever it is. This is a fucking pro tip, guys. No one, I'm telling you, like I see so many YouTube ads, 10% do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Pick a design, make the design something simple, something like this. I like this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like roofing leads, guaranteed. You know what I mean? Spell it again. The company.
NUBIVANT
Mhm.
or GANT, my bad. So NUB. Yeah, Gant. There you go.
Without the V or with the V?
Oh, I'm sorry. This will be an A there. NUBIVAGANT. Yeah.
Like that.
Yep.
Simple. Okay. Download PNG. You go here, choose file. Boom. So now the whole time it's going to stay the whole fucking video they're watching. Even if they skip your ad, you're on there. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? You're always there. So they're watching a 5-minute video. Drew's going nuts right now.
That's
I don't know if
fire.
it's
That's
me or
fire.
someone else in the room, but dude, you put this in the top, it's always going to be there on mobile. It's always going to be under the video.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. This one apparently I think now is computers only, it says, but I've seen it below videos on mobile. Call ad number 1 Eddie, and we're done. Send it to a landing page. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna show you guys a really cool tip, and then Emmanuel, I'll help you out with your campaign. I'll take some questions. I'm gonna go over the 3 o'clock mark for you guys today. Okay. Continue to campaign. Check this out. Blow you guys' mind. If you want, and you don't want to use a website, plus new campaign, leads, video, continue. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? It's not activated on this account. I need to figure out how to activate it for you. It's been so long since I've done it. You can make a Google form in Google, just like a Facebook lead form, where you can basically have them just fill out a form on there. And then on Zapier, it's called Google Lead Form Extension, and you can zap it to anywhere you want. Okay. It's like, I don't know how to activate it on your account. It's just like one of those things where you have to like accept terms and services. I'll let you guys figure that out after, but I'm going to show you an example so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, this is my business. Leads, continue, form. Check this shit out, guys. Yes. Business name. I'm just going to do this as an example. Okay. Call to action. You can pick any of the buttons that you want. Okay. Whatever it is. Apply now. I know Drew's loving this shit. Continue. You can put a headline on the form. It's like a whole form, guys. Like it's just too sick. You know what I mean? You put a headline, you put a description on the form, name, email. You know, you can do full name. I prefer first and last name, just because it's better when you're emailing them or texting them from Go High Level. Phone number, and then here there's typical questions, but then you can ask specific questions. This is what. So when this first came out, probably I want to say like 9 months ago, 10 months ago, this came out. I remember like the day it happened, I was like going nuts about it, and they just suck. But now they're way better. But like all these questions are pretty specific. They're not something that you're going to use, except these ones here, general. Like which products are you interested in? What service? Which offer? They're vague questions, but like I'll show you the other ones, and you'll understand why. You know, business. What size is your company? What is your annual sale? Like this might be stuff that you guys use if you're targeting other businesses, but for your clients, you'll never use this stuff. This is just for cars, like what kind of car do you want to buy and things like that. Education, which program, like this is for colleges, you know. So usually you're going to be down here in the general category personally. Unless you guys are like working with insurance agents, like life's just too easy. What do you need insurance for? You know what I mean? Like it's just too easy. But generally you guys are going to keep it general. Which product are you interested in? Which service, which offer, which category, pick one of these two, which preferred method of contact, what's the best time. I'm sure you guys can pick some. At the end of the day, if they are filling out this form, then you already got the lead. You know what I mean? So try not to overcomplicate it too much. They fill out the form and then they can continue on with their YouTube videos. But this is like a really cool strategy. I'm telling you right now, no one on YouTube knows. I've in the last 12 months, I've seen one YouTube ad ever use the form. One ever. And I click on everything, dude. Like I make my wife watch commercials even though we can skip that. I'm weird. You know what I mean? So like this is a huge tip. I just need you guys to figure out, there's no like restrictions to it. You just need to figure out on your account. I'm not going to waste the time on the call today figuring it out for you. But if you guys just type in like how to activate Google lead forms, I'm sure they'll tell you like click here, click there and accept these settings. And then you'll have a lead form. You know what I mean? And then for Zapier, just to get ahead of the curve, because I know this is going to be a question. Google lead form extensions right here. This is what it's going to look like. And this is how you're going to pull it. Okay. It's a little bit different than everything else. It's not going to say Google Ads and stuff. It's going to be here. Cool. Okay, cool. And then let me actually go back. And turn this off. All right. Does anyone have any questions before I go and build one for Emmanuel and have everyone contribute collectively to the campaign? I'm not going to build it myself. We're all going to collectively pick the options and go over ideas together so that we can build one for him. Any questions so far or not?
My question is, can you, let's say you got 2 or 3 different ads, you wanna, 2 or 3 different videos, you want to test them against each other in the same audience to see which one works, which one converts.
Yes.
But yeah,
You want to see the fastest way to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say this is the campaign, roofers targeting.
Right.
I'm going to go into the ad groups here. You see the ad group?
Yeah.
All I do is I click it, I copy. So on the keyboard, Control C.
Okay.
Okay, it'll say ad group copied, and then Control V. I'll paste it, and I'll pick which campaign to paste it in, and it'll add a whole new ad group into here, the same one. Those are duplicated.
Okay. So you
Okay.
duplicate the ad groups, but it only allows one video per ad group. So the only way is to duplicate the group.
No, you can add more than one ad into an ad group. I personally
Okay.
duplicate the ad group because then I can read the data from here instead of going into each campaign and trying to find all the videos. This I just find cleaner, but you can, if you want, click on roofers and just add another ad if you want. Okay. That's a great question, actually. So at the level that you guys are spending money, I would actually just put both the ads in the same ad group. Once you start spending a lot of money, I would start splitting them by completely different groups because you'll end up having 20 ad groups. You know what I mean? And now 20 ad groups, even if it's only spending $10 a day each, you want to know from the ad group which video is working. Video 1, video 2, you know what I mean? You don't want to click on each ad group and then find more videos in there. So I split them by ad group. But yes, you can come here and you can literally just come in here plus add the whatever video you want and it makes the ad. Yeah,
Right.
great question, actually.
Do you real quick, Eddie, for the ad group, is that acting kind of like how CBO is for Facebook? If you put them all the videos in one ad group?
Not really. It runs them pretty evenly. I would say yeah, it's a CBO. It's not really CBO because it's like putting 10 ads in an audience in Facebook. You know what I mean? Even if it's not CBO, there will be like 6 ads that show a lot and then 4 ads that kind of like don't get much attention. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say a CBO necessarily. It would be more comparable to putting multiple ads in an ad group. I'm just gonna remove it.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I have one more question before I had to dip because I have a meeting at 3. Unfortunately, I wanted to watch this entire thing, so I'm gonna have to watch the replay. I do have.
It's okay. You got all the info, man. I'm just gonna go over what we just did again with Emmanuel, and then have everyone kind of contribute to it so that everyone's thinking at the same time rather than just me teaching you guys.
Yeah, and then so my last question before I hop off is is the most, I guess, the best approach to this if we wanted to create like a monstrous pipeline to have use Google as our main base, right, for advertising, and then just use Facebook for retargeting purposes, right? So that way we can kind of cross-pollinate.
Yes, if you had to pick one option, that's what I would do because your Google traffic is going to be way more targeted than your Facebook traffic. But at the end of the day, I'm good, thank you. At the end of the day, you're going to want to send traffic from every source. You know, we send traffic from YouTube, from Google, from Facebook, and we send them all to the same place. You want to be omnipresent at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like something I don't think many people talk about is just being omnipresent. I know there's a lot of organic ways to get, you know, get business and things like that. But I tell people, like we have a rule in our company where we have a set ad budget we have to spend every month, no matter what. Okay. And shifting to that mentality will help you a lot because once you're like, I'm committed, no matter what, I have to spend $500 a month on ads. I don't care what happens. You'll see 6 months of doing that, how popular you'll be in the space of roofers because you're doing it consistently, dude. We only kick ass because we're consistent. We don't turn it off. We turn the budget down a lot, but we don't turn it off. You know, on months we're like, listen, we grew a lot, we can't handle anymore, let's take it easy. We're still required to spend money. You know what I mean? Because we need to be in front of their face at all times. You running an ad campaign in January and then trying again in March, dude, that's 60 days of time that like no one saw your face. Like now you're just like this like girl coming back that, you know, they saw once at the gym kind of thing, as opposed to like the same girl every day, the same time that you go to the gym. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're like, oh, this girl, I've seen her in every outfit. You know, this girl's cute. I like her. Versus like once every 3 months. That's how you gotta think. You know, it's a stupid example, but it makes a lot of sense.
It's a good example.
Yeah. Cool. But I appreciate your
good.
questions, man. Good luck on your call. All right, Emmanuel, what's the account name? Let's do that. I think we can knock this out in 10
Pro
minutes.
Pixel 1.
Thanks so much, Eddie.
Yeah, of course. Pro Pixel 1, cool. Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna let you guys guide me. No, what am I clicking? Everyone, unmute your mics. Let's just all contribute. I don't care if you talk over each other.
Leads.
All right, who else?
Video.
Okay, I'm gonna name this. Bid strategy.
Yeah, maximize conversions.
Cool. Budget. You're gonna tell me this one, Emmanuel. Don't let anyone else answer.
15 bucks.
What is it?
15.
Okay, cool. Here what are we clicking?
We don't touch nothing now.
Nice. All right. You're targeting Italy, right? Not Spain.
Italy.
All right, cool. Advanced. Boom. All right. Which means what language do we need them in? Italiano.
Exactly.
All right, cool. What am I clicking here?
I would stay on standard because anyway, dentists maybe they're not that extreme people.
Anyone else have anything? Anyone else have any other opinions? Or we all agree with Emmanuel?
I concur.
We're sticking to standard.
Cool. Standard it is. Site link extensions. I said I was going to cover this, but I'm not covering this in this video because I think YouTube was more valuable. We'll do site links next video, and that's all I'm going to talk about next week. This is very valuable for your ad types. Okay. Exclusions. We're not going to exclude anything. I'm just going to answer this one. Additional settings. Okay.
Take off TV screens.
Cool. All right. I see you have website lead set up in your conversions, Emmanuel. Is this one on your page too? You have it set up on your page?
Yes, I hope it's working correctly, but I paste the code in it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check right after this video.
Thank you.
Okay, devices, we did that. Frequency capping, are we touching this at all?
No.
Okay. Ad schedule, no. Okay. Okay, here, what are we touching here?
Standard.
Standard? Said standard. Annette, was that you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Ad group name, dentists, Italy.
Yep.
Okay. Demographics. What are you thinking here, Emmanuel?
Well, I would say over 30. So yeah, I mean, yes. So let's up.
Want to do over 34, or do you want to stick to this group too?
I don't know. I wouldn't, because they came out of university that they are around like 30. So I would say, yeah, you can take it off.
Cool.
I would
I
say,
take off
yes.
unknown too, just for reference. Because, you know, what if it's like a 12-year-old kid? I'd rather just not even bother, you know. If Google can't guess that they're 35 to 65, then I don't really want to, you know what I mean? It's okay. I'd rather just not even deal with it. Female, male, it doesn't matter for you. Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
All right, cool. Parent and stuff, I don't think this matters to you as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you see here, these are grayed out, guys. Google just doesn't have the data in Italy, so it's not going to give it to us. That's why it has this thing here, no. Even when we pick US, it says no, household income targeting is only available in select countries, okay? So it's not going to make a big difference for you at the end of the day. If we do everything else correctly, they're going to be doctors, okay? Audience. Now I'm going to give a little head start for everyone, and then you guys can add to it. Education, highest level of education, advanced degree. I'm gonna throw that in there since these are dentists. Okay. So
Okay.
let's see. Employment, industry, healthcare industry. And I think this is can we agree these are definitely two things that dentists are gonna fall under? Cool. All right.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna stack them in your case because it's pretty easy to define. Healthcare advanced degree. I'm also going to pick business services, advertising and marketing services. Okay. I'm just going to pick this as a whole category. Okay. People who are searching for these things. Now, what are we going to do right here, keyword wise, to find the people that are searching? Can anyone tell me?
And delete.
Go to other audiences. Scroll down a little bit. Trying to think of where it was at. I know it was in there somewhere. Maybe the
It's
other
on
interests
this
and
page.
habits.
No, it's on this page. You guys just got to pick the right one. Read the parentheses.
And
Yeah,
interests and habits.
Affinity targeting.
Affinity is people who are interested in certain things. Like I like art a lot, for example. Demographics is who you are. In market is what I'm looking for. And there's another one on here that I haven't mentioned.
Custom audiences.
Custom audiences. Perfect. So we're going to make a custom audience. And then we're going to do people who
That's what I was
search
looking
for any of these terms on Google. Okay. So
Oh, that's the people search stuff,
Yeah.
right?
exactly. Yes. Okay. So here. Oh, I forgot this is Italian.
But is he gonna translate it itself?
We
it should be in
gotta
Italian,
find
yeah,
it,
right.
right? Let me do
Okay,
this. I'll do this.
Maybe you could translate.
No. Sorry, let me just check my calendar. Okay. I'm gonna take your keywords that you already had, okay?
Yes. There was the one
Copy.
that was dentist, the first one. Yes, that looks like it was the one that got more clicks.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna take them all because it's gonna find
Okay.
everything in between. Oh, of course it didn't copy anything. Like it always does. Let's see if Google gives us any recommendations. Oh, they're not gonna find any recommendations. So and you know what I'm getting out of this is there's not enough data on these keywords. Emmanuel, where you're in Italy. So what I would do personally is I would not limit the targeting to this. As much as I want to type in these keywords, your video might not show to a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to cancel this. I'm glad that we reminded everyone how to get here, because I don't want everyone to get off this call and be like, where was this thing again? But I'm gonna leave it to kind of this category, okay? And I'm gonna go a little bit more broad, okay? And the purpose of that is so when we are going and targeting, we're gonna put in the video like dentist leads or whatever it is in Italian. You get what I'm saying? So even though we're showing it to healthcare professionals who are looking for marketing, who have an advanced degree, only the ones that are dentists are going to be the ones that are going to be called out. Sometimes it's better to shotgun, but tell people who you're talking to so that they can come back to you. Your views will be cheaper and everything like that, but it just won't be as specifically targeted to people who search those keywords. Topics would probably be a good area to look at. I don't know if it's under here. I don't think there's really anything in this list that's going to be something that's going to be worth. I thought it would be under beauty and fitness, but it's not. Okay. Topics. This is where we can probably put this stuff. So instead of saying, hey, here's people who are searching these, we could go in here and say, here's videos that are about these topics. Okay. And people who are searching that, you can just basically steal their traffic for free. Now, keep in mind, okay, when you run these campaigns, if in 2 days you come and you see there's not a lot of impressions, okay, I want you to come back here, and I want you to delete this section, okay, the content section. I want you to come back and just completely remove it, because it'll be limiting everything that you have. But at the end of the day, it looks like here you might have 280K weekly impression potential, okay?
Yes.
But if it doesn't show, I want you to delete the keywords. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take the video. I'm gonna paste it in here. What's the website link?
I'm gonna paste it in the chat.
Cool. You know, while you're here, why don't you paste for me a headline, 15 characters in Italian.
That's it.
And then after this, guys, I'm going to show you something, another little quick tip, because a lot of times in YouTube videos, things just don't show. I'm going to show you one little setting that you can change, just in case your videos are not showing, on how to get them to show.
Can you show me where
And
it
you-
was in the audiences with the what websites they've been to?
Yeah, I can't go back, but on that same
With custom audiences?
it's not in custom audiences, but yeah, it's in that list.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can actually, it's in the list on, yeah. Let me just do it as soon as this is done. I'll go
You're
click
fine.
through it for you
Yep.
so you can see it. Okay.
Can you
That's
put
too
Wendell?
Sorry?
long. Yeah, I keep adding Wendell in. I don't know why he's not. This headline is too long, Emmanuel. We need it to be 15 characters. So you really get 2 words.
Okay.
Dental patients. What is that in Italian?
I say like new patients.
Do you have anything that says dental in it? Because remember, our targeting is a little bit broad. So just in case we want to limit it. See, the Italians, they have to throw the I's at the end of the words. Look at this. What can we do, man? What can we do to make it shorter?
Let's I don't know, because then
While you think, tell me what learn more is, and then I'll pull up for Jason how to find that one thing.
discovery 1 second. This is learn more.
This is learn more. Scorpi de più.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. These Italians are giving us trouble, man. Give me something shorter. I'm gonna let you handle this because you're gonna know more than I am. If not, then we can just skip through it. Jason, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Cool. So new campaign, leads video. I'm just gonna go through it quick.
Yep.
Scroll down.
Let's do like this. Half English, half Italian.
This is YouTube channels, and this is. Should be here. This is. And I'm just lost now too. Yeah, people who browse types of websites.
Gotcha.
So it is under the custom audience. You should get to go under here. Google used to have it like out here. It used to just be like enter websites, but I guess now they're making it a little harder to find.
Awesome. Thank you.
Does that make sense? You
Yep.
got it?
Yep. Thanks.
Okay, so here, thank you. These look good. Let's just use them here. Okay, and then and format D. Boom. Upload an image. I'll let you go back and do this because it's gonna take us some time in Italian, but you guys remember what to do. Canva, use the right size that they tell you. Just make sure you make an image and upload it. This, I know it sounds simple, but like, this is where it's gonna go up here. You see? And so this is why Wendell, I was telling you put a profile picture. Now your stuff says W. You know what I mean? So the whole time, even if they skip the ad, your ad is still there the entire video. If it's a really long video, it'll change to someone else's ad like a few minutes in. But if it's like a 4 or 5 minute video, you'll be there the whole time. So this is just free ad placement. And if they see your ad and they like don't opt in, then the whole time they're like, maybe I should have clicked on this guy's ad, and it still gives them a chance to do so. So skipping isn't necessarily skipping. Create
Gotcha.
campaign, continue to campaign, and then let me do this. This is your website, right?
Yes, the landing page. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you if you have the code on correctly or not. Okay.
But you need the thank you page for the conversion, right?
Yep.
1 second, I'll give you the link.
No, it's okay.
Are you filling up? Okay, perfect.
How many digits I gotta put here? Tell me. What is the Italian phone number?
1, 2, 3, like 9.
9 digits?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's not working. Give me your Italian number.
338
Mm-hmm.
10
Mm-hmm.
11
Mm-hmm.
695. Yeah, but it's go because plus 34 is Spanish. I don't know, it should be plus 39.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Let me just do it again. Plus 39. Okay.
Yeah, 38
38.
338
Okay.
10 11 695.
Conversion tracking on. It's correct. Cool. So yeah, it'll track your conversions for sure.
Ooh, okay.
So if I had come through one of your ads, it would have come through here. If I were you, I love this button on here, but I would also put a little video on here. Okay.
On the
Especially, yeah, why not? It's just wasted opportunity. You know, you might as well keep them here longer if you can, if they're already here. You know what I mean? A short video, 30 seconds. Hey, my name's Emmanuel. I'm the CEO of ProPixel One. You know, just want to let you know we've worked with tons of dentists all over Italy. You're working with someone who's local from Italy, who's traveled around Europe and understands digital marketing to another extent. Just like you were able to come to this page, we've created a system to get highly qualified patients to do the same exact thing that you just did, fill out all their information and book an appointment with you. I'm super excited to talk to you. I can't wait. Please look out for my phone call. You know what I mean? Like something very simple, just like, hey, here's the deal. Here's me again. Because these guys are coming from a video, so they already know you. You show yourself again, they're going to watch. They're very familiar with your face. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Does
Thank you.
anyone have any questions to end this call before we kind of wrap it up for today? Anyone got any specific questions? Anything that I can answer to give you guys more insights and more value about YouTube ads? No? Everyone good?
So, Eddie, I'm totally starting out with the YouTube ad, right? So can you give me a quick overview what I should do? First, setting up, so Google is already set up. Google Analytics and the tag words, they are already done. So what should I do?
You need a channel and you need to upload a profile picture and cover photo to it.
That's already done.
Okay, great. So in the first video that you saw my recording from in the course, the one that you have, on the attachments, there's an attachment for a PowerPoint slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saw that.
It's from a presentation that I did about YouTube ads at a conference. Go through that slide and it'll tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's what you talk about.
Okay.
Okay. It'll tell you this is the hook. This is what you say. Then you say this. Then you say this. Then you say this, and it works every time.
Perfect.
That's a good way to do it. Who do you service, by the way?
Real estate.
Real estate. Oh, yours is easy, dude. I mean, you saw the targeting in there. You can target real estate agents. The problem is they're just unqualified a lot of the time because they're just someone starting in with a license.
Yeah.
Well, but great question. I can tell you're educated, so I'm excited. I'm excited that you attended this call. Hopefully, we can have you future calls too. I like the group at this size. I think people are really sleeping on how much value is in these groups. I like how small it is because I can kind of answer everyone's questions. You guys got any other questions I can answer or help out with? No? Drew had to go for a call, but I guess it was so interesting. He's like, maybe I'll stick around.
Yeah, I couldn't make it because then, I have to make sure I've seen this too. You know what I mean? Because it's super important, bro. I had to tell him I couldn't make it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
guys
I had the question, but I forgot what it was.
All right, if you got one, just tag me, bro. Tag me in the group. I think I get to you guys' stuff as quickly as I can. I don't really check Facebook often, but when I do, I just kind of go through and see whoever tagged me, and that's what I look at. So just make sure you tag me if you got questions. Again, I appreciate you guys, the ones that are here every single week. Appreciate you guys so much. Don't sleep on this value. If it doesn't work out right away, do not neglect it. I promise you, this is some of the most valuable stuff. And quite frankly, there's limited resources on how to do this thing the right way as opposed to doing Facebook ads. Everyone can teach Facebook ads and can learn it, but this is something that you can have in your pocket that I think most people don't have. So take it pretty seriously. Apply some time outside of these calls, trying to learn it and figure it out too. Don't just depend on 1 hour a week of me teaching you guys on a screen recording. Apply yourselves as well outside of this, and I think you guys will definitely excel very thoroughly above other people if you kind of take this seriously. Cool. And upload those lists and make similar audiences from them. If you guys have lists that you're marketing to already on Facebook, take that same list and put it here. Like imagine running the ads to the same list. Like they see on Facebook, then they see on YouTube, then they get on Google and you're on another website, and then they play a game on their phone, and then at the end of the game, it's your face. You know what I mean? Like all this combined for 20 cents. You know what I mean? So you can really dominate. It's really cheap. Once you see YouTube views, you'll see how cheap it is and you'll see what you can do. And I think once you see the cost per view, you'll be like, what am I doing? One last thing, actually, I promised you guys I'd show you this. If I'm in this YouTube campaign right here, so I click this YouTube campaign, you can go into the settings. This is in the ad group settings. Let me go back to campaign. Okay. Settings. Okay. Let's see. I'll change this. It's not gonna work. Okay, so if the campaign does not show for you guys, what I want you to do is I want you to duplicate the campaign and change the setting from leads, okay, to views, okay, to start. Okay, sometimes campaign won't show because Google is glitching and it just doesn't understand what a lead is for you or a conversion because you don't have that many. I want you to go back, make the same campaign again, and make it cost per view. So CPV is what it's going to target. And then you'll get views for like 2 cents. Okay. And from there, Google will learn who the right people are. But I have run so many campaigns that I don't do leads as the goal, that I just do cost per view, and I scale tens of thousands of dollars on that same campaign because it's working so well. I know the conversions are coming. I see them coming in, even though it's optimizing for views. I know the conversions are coming in, so I don't even care to then change it to optimize for maximize conversions. Does that make sense? So YouTube can easily get you a view. Sometimes it struggles to find you a lead. That's kind of the general summary of how it works. So if it struggles to figure it out, don't even hesitate. Go back, duplicate it, change it to maximum cost per view as your setting, and then let it run there. And if you want to set like a bid for how much you want to pay maximum cost per view, I think if you set a bid at like 5 cents per view, you'll be fine and it'll run great. And then from there, you can change it. I think quickly you guys will see like, oh, it's really only costing me 2 cents a view, or once I had a campaign one time that was costing me like every 100 views was a penny. Like, so you'll see kind of what the view cost is, and then you can adjust your bid so that you're not overpaying. You can bring it closer to that number. But start with 5 cents, 6 cents, somewhere there, let it run, and then you can see what you're actually being charged, probably around 3 to 4 cents. And then you can bring it down to that number just to kind of keep your money in the same place. Cool.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys showing up these calls. It means a lot to see the same faces. I just feel like, we can build on it. And at this point, I kind of know what your businesses are and who you're servicing. So it helps a lot when you guys keep showing up, because then I can go back and forth. And outside of here, I can think of ideas of how to help your businesses specifically. So appreciate you guys showing up. Thanks a lot.
Very much.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Take care, guys. Enjoy your week. See ya.